you go. Another episode of Behind the Counter. I hope this is working. The stream deck wasn't working over there. So I hope everyone had a great holiday week. Happy 2021. We are live. It's a Monday. It's Behind the Counter live on Insane Games TV. Gentlemen, first episode of 2021. First episode of the week. We're back at it. New Year's. That weird holiday week is finally over where it's kind of like,
thank God.
Are we in the holiday?
Nice
Are we in the holiday? Are people working? Are we holiday? What is it? But now we are past that week, so we're ready to move on here. You guys have a good New Year?
It was good. Got a little bit of a little whiskey in me. Don't drink often, but for the New Year, I had to get it done.
So with 2021, any wild predictions? I know I'm throwing this out. We didn't talk about this before the show, but any wild predictions that you think could occur in 2021? Wild, whether it's video
The Bills
games.
are winning the Super Bowl.
There you go.
I was gonna have football too. I think the Redskins beat Tom Brady and eliminated. I don't think they'd get much farther than that.
The Redskins are doing what?
The football team. I'm sorry.
No. Wait, what's going on with the Redskins? They're home now. They're sitting in bed. Did they win?
They're in the first week of the playoffs.
The Bills and the Washington.
That's actually a huge discussion in the sports world. People are saying the Eagles purposely lost to screw the Giants over from making into the playoffs.
Of course, because Dan put a $20 bet on that game last night.
All the spectrum winds down to screwing Dan, I'm sure. Yep, everyone's calling the Eagles cowards. A shame.
I put in a $20 bet last night that the Eagles would just flat out win, and I actually think my bet was pretty solid for a while there.
Beforehand. I gave you the stamp of approval on it.
I think it was a pretty good bet going into the fact that the third quarter, Hurts comes down, rushes in, I think, for a second one. It was 14-17.
2 touchdowns.
And then all of a sudden, Doug Peterson was like, oh, you know what? I think we're just going to pull in our third-string quarterback, and, oh, yeah, we're trying to win. We're really trying to win this one. We're just going to bench
their quarterback
Hurts.
for no reason and put in like a guy who's never played before just to essentially lose.
So they didn't put Wentz in.
Nope.
He
And
was
they
a
took
healthy
Hurts
scratch
out.
because he was a crybaby because he got benched. So he said he's not playing the rest of the season.
Oh, did he really say that?
Yeah.
Fair. I was wondering because he wasn't dressed at all.
Yeah, he said he wasn't playing if they weren't starting him. So.
Yeah, he'll be going somewhere
And
else
he is
and
also,
soon.
Yeah, a lot of people are angry at him. They're angry at the Eagles coach.
I think it's real clear cut. They just need to wipe out the entire Eagles organization and just kind of get rid of Wentz, get rid of Doug.
I like a lot of the players there, at least some of them. But
Hurts doesn't seem that bad.
no.
You put a good.
He did Mike filthy. Filthy dirty. That is a dirty man.
But if you put a quarterback in, or you put a head coach in there that can work with that type of quarterback, I bet you they can make something work. I mean, he's a rookie quarterback. He has some of the moves. I see a little bit of the Lamar Jackson style a little bit.
I
that
think
running
they're
back
just
/ throwing. What?
They're just fine. Hard take. They need their O-line back. That's from Tommy and his little Philly boys. They're all rallying, saying their O-line was injured this year and Wentz is stinky.
But Wentz is just stinky. That's just what it is. I could have told you that a long time ago.
I think they come back next year and do pretty good as long as their line's all healthy. And if I don't know what the quarterback situation is going to bring. If they get rid of the coach, does Wentz want to end up staying? Does the coach want Wentz?
I did do a little bit of looking into it. They owe him a lot of money.
A lot of
Wentz,
money.
So
Like 40-something million. I
yeah.
believe.
So there is next to no teams. There's a lot of teams that could afford to take a $40 million hit and get a quarterback, but
He hasn't shown anything that would make a team want to do that this
he's a
season.
Super Bowl champion, dude.
He rode the bench in that suit.
Talking about football real quick, it is Black Monday. All the head coaches get fired that are deserving of getting fired on today. So from what I know, and I haven't looked recently, but from what I know, they got rid of the Chargers head coach.
Yep.
They got rid of Doug Marrone at Jacksonville.
Yep.
They got rid of Adam Gates at the Jets.
I'll rejoice for my family. Thank you. Sexy Rexy, gone. Adam Gase, gone.
Did they really think he was gonna stay? I mean, did people really like? Oh no,
He had a nice little rallying call at the end. They gave him a nice couple mercy wins to send him out.
Although the moment where he sat down and was first announced as coach, and he made that like
yeah, those eyes
look,
are the
and
weirdest
it was
thing.
like, oh no, he was not prepared to be in a New York market as a head coach.
No,
Like,
they got
that man
rid
is so
of-
screwed.
The Titans have been without a coach because they fired theirs a long time ago. I'm trying to think anyone else that's been fired. Let me check.
The Titans? You mean Texans?
Texans. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, they got rid of Billy O'Brien though. They got rid of him mid-season, and everybody was thanking him for it. Because even J.J. Watt's taking stop of his reps to scream at your coach, you know that you have a problem.
The Broncos to hire a GM as Elway takes elevated role. What's his new role? What's his new role now?
That's terrifying.
They're like, yeah, you just watch from the box, and we're gonna have some real
The
people
new
run
GM
this
is-
operation.
I was gonna say, does elevated mean that they're gonna put him in the skybox now for,
Okay, so
for every
the new
practice
GM,
and every
so
game?
The new GM will report to John Elway, who will remain president of football operations.
So it's
Okay.
a guy to blame that's not John.
It's I was gonna say, so it's gonna be the same thing they have in Dallas, where whoever the coach is, it doesn't actually matter because it's Jerry on the sidelines going, "Have him throw it. I don't like that."
It kind of sounds like this is a quote he put. While I will continue to be president of football operations in 2021, the GM will have final say on the draft, free agency, and our roster. This person will be empowered to make all football decisions, working in partnership with Vic, their head coach. So it sounds like the owners are
What a bold-faced lie. What a bold-faced lie.
Broncos head manager. And we're like, you know what, Elway, start making some decisions or get the F out.
Well, I mean, he was standing at the beginning of the year, standing next to Drew Lock, going, "He's my boy," and now he's probably like, "He did to me."
He was adopted.
He's my boy in the same way that Tyrion Lannister is my boy.
So, pretty
Exactly.
quiet football week. I mean, obviously with a few teams still in the wild card picture. So we talked about the Eagles, and I know TJ's Bears got in there
Luckily.
barely. And I agree with Mike. I think
Barely.
Washington will give the Brady team there a little bit of a hiccup. Tampa Bay. I don't know if Tampa Bay is really.
That's my surprise bet.
I agree.
That's
think-
like a. I'm not 100% on that one, but
I also think the Steelers could go down quick.
yeah, I could see that.
They could go down relatively quick. And to finish out the football, Dave, congratulations. Second place, since we've last been able to talk about it. Was able to bring home some prize money for the season and finishing the top two.
And congratulations to the 2020 NFL Queensbury League champion, Nate. I would say his team name, but we would get banned from Twitch.
The triple D.
It's really a shame. And I tried to give Nate a warning about having that name because when we put new banners up in the store, we're gonna go to team names of just the owners, and that's how it's gonna be.
It's going to be the one and only Nate.
It'll be champion Mike Batista, champion Mike Batista, champion Mike Batista.
I don't think so, Dan. I'm having my picture of Hernandez with the.
But we are allocating to get some new banners in here for the all the champions for the fantasy. I just don't know where they're gonna go. We got plenty of wall space, I guess, to put them. So we gotta set all that up. But no, we will be adding those into the store. Yeah. So congratulations to Nate on our inner league throughout the channel league. And Mike, what did you finish?
Fourth.
I took home 10th. Not good. But you know what? If I had tried, it's my own fault.
Let's be honest, though. Let's qualify it into phases we use. All of us were within the top 10. You know
But
where
I-
else we use that qualifier? The program that has been touted, that has been wanted.
Yep, it's
People are
time
waiting for it.
Our weekly jamming of Dan
I don't
on
know.
live air.
I don't know how I'm going to play at home these days because I gave the Xbox back and it disappeared. But I'll just steal one off the displays and
It
take it
did
home.
sell.
Yep, we put it out literally for 5 minutes, and some guy
So-
came in- for
so-
a steep price. I thought.
So
too.
one of the things that we do around here is we have like musical chairs with the systems. and people watching, we always, like, what that means is we tend to get more of the cool looking special editions of the systems, isn't that? But it came into a very, very hard decision over the weekend that we have the new Series X now in here. So when that arrived, something had to go. So we were trying to figure out what's going to stay. And as much as we like the purple Xbox, it's not an X. And chances are we probably wouldn't play on it or stream on it, because why, when we have the X? Why would we stream on a slower, less graphic S model? So we're looking and trying to figure out, and Mike and I kind of like, you know what? Let's put the purple one out, but we're gonna mark it at $240 or $349, $350,
which was a fair price considering where we looked online. It was going anywhere from $300 to $500. So.
And we tagged it, put it out, and Mike goes, maybe maybe the right person will come in, and and we put in the case, and this guy and his girlfriend walked in, looked at it. She liked the purple. He was like, I know exactly what system that is. It's the Fortnite edition. He kind of knew it was. Yeah. It was. He goes, yeah, they're hard to find. And he goes, no, I think we're good. And walked out, and she must have put him in his place, because they walked right back in. And he goes, I guess we're getting it. And they ended up, wasn't even in the case for half an hour. Gone.
And we didn't even have our system pack made for you.
Mike and I were still making a system pack. It was
when Danny NASCAR returns, I'll just break into the store. It's fine.
Oh, we got
still plenty of Xboxes.
We still got the same number, but yeah. So Mike and I had to make that. We debated that on, was it Sunday?
No.
We debated what system. Was like, we don't want to get rid of an X because we could use those for like tournaments and stuff like that, and we can't get rid of the gold PS4 because it's the only PlayStation 4, and.
The Cyberpunk's obvious. That one's gonna stick around for a while.
Really, which one do you get rid of? I mean, that's
the next one is the Gears of War one.
No. The next one's one of the black ones.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
I like having the same two black ones back here, but really, those could be deemed ready to go pretty soon.
No.
But we do have 4 now out there. So the current ones out on the floor are the Gears of War Xbox, the Cyberpunk Xbox, the Series X Xbox, and then the gold PlayStation 4 Slim.
That is the wettest PlayStation ever. But until the 5 came.
Once the 5 comes, then maybe the 4 will get... No, because the 4 can still play PlayStation 4 games. So it will probably...
The 5 can also play PlayStation 4 games.
The 4 will be obsolete.
There's only like 6 PS4 games it can't play.
Oh,
and like...
Is Godzilla one of them?
I'm getting a PS5 so that I can play Godzilla on it.
Is the one that you can't?
You can.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh no. It would have been super dead to me. The PS5, never heard of it.
There's 4 games and they're all Godzilla titles.
That Godzilla game, by the way, continues to just skyrocket in price.
Hey, what's the price now?
You know what? While we're live, I will video game price charts that just for giggles. This was a game that it's not a fun game for everybody. It is absolutely not a game for everybody.
But it's the perfect game for Dave.
This is like one of the most Dave games ever. The controls are very obscure. It is very weird. Complete, but not new. Sells for $177.
The Godzilla one?
Yes.
Did you know that?
The PS4 Godzilla game.
That is a super rare one.
Just for giggles, let me look at the PlayStation 3 version that we've definitely had.
Do you have that with no case?
No, I didn't pull the trigger on it. $71, ironically enough. So we actually made a profit on that one too. When we had that in stock, because I was like, we can't sell that for $24.
The Godzilla. What are you gonna do?
And that price is only gonna go up when Godzilla vs. Kong comes to theaters or the small screen.
That'll be the movie that all the crew has to get back and go see. I think.
We've been waiting for the pops. We ordered the whole pop collection. They keep pushing it back.
So when are they reopening? Theaters. Any word on that? I think we're going downward trending.
The one in the bow tie here in Saratoga is open, slated right now. That one's not going to reopen till
we don't know.
The Keys to the Kingdom back open.
Let's say the foreseeable future.
Did the one in Saratoga did open?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is the one in Aviation Mall open?
No.
Oh yeah, those are Regal. I don't think they opened it. I think they closed all of them.
Yeah,
for-
I think Regal was open, and I think they quickly reclosed
They
everything.
announced they said they're closing through 2021, like two 20.
All
did they,
year.
I don't know, not the whole year. I think they were closing to 2021. I wonder if they reopened recently though. I wonder if that's it. But I mean, Tom Hanks and the Bishop of movies came out and said that he thinks that the movie theaters are going to be thriving once it's all. I think it will be. People are going to want to go back and go to the movies again.
Yep.
I mean, everyone's like, oh, this is. I mean, people are going to want to go out and start doing stuff.
Temporary Aviation Mall right now is temporarily closed. The Regal Cinemas, not the mall itself. No one gives a crap about that mall. Sorry, just gonna flatly say it. It's not taking shots down. Well, it is punching downward when we say that, but it is. It's a little bit mean of me. Us.
Punching down.
Screw you, aviation.
Is the Crossgates one open?
You know what? I'll look at that, but I'm almost positive that one is closed too. I like having the computer right here. Crossgates Mall. Who the hell goes to Albany for things? Temporarily closed as well.
Wonder Woman came out onto what is it? Streaming service.
Go?
Was it HBO or was it Disney? It wasn't. What am I?
Yeah, it's
It was HBO.
HBO.
HBO's been shelling out the bucks to get everything.
Well, HBO, the last time I knew, was in coordination with Warner Brothers. So that was that whole thing where Warner Brothers came out and said they're going to do a lot of things digital moving forward, and the one director came out who did Batman. Who's the Michael Bay? Who's the one that did the Batman movies?
Snyder.
Christopher Nolan.
No.
He came out and was bashing the producing company and saying that they shouldn't be. That's not right, and this and that, and Warner Brothers is just trying to make money for themselves. Warner Media is just kind of, they own HBO and they're all together and everything's going right to the HBO app, and it's a musical. Like, I don't know if you noticed. Have you noticed that out of all if you watch YouTube, Yahoo videos, anything, did you notice that the Peacock is now advertising a ton for The Office? Have you guys watched any videos online?
Are they?
What is the Peacock?
It's the NBC's new streaming platform.
Okay.
Well, guess where The Office was?
Netflix.
And I'm not sure if they've left Netflix. I'm pretty sure it
left
did.
as of December 31st.
Right, because I think that's what gave Peacock the right to start advertising it now. Because now they have The Office over on the Peacock. So like Netflix is sitting there just losing all and
How many times can you watch The Office though? Some people it's forever.
I can watch Modern Family over and over and over again. I can watch Seinfeld over and over and over again.
Well, that's boring.
Some people can watch The Office over and over again.
Those people are boring, and they need to start watching new stuff. I say that, and I mean it. Come on.
So Regal, I'm trying to get a confirmation on this, but Regal's pinned tweet is, in response to increased challenge theatrical landscape and sustained market closures, Regal will suspend operations at all theaters, close of businesses on Thursday, October 8th, 2020, until further notice. Mm-hmm. And then they've been advertising for, like, hey, do you miss us? Hey, here are movies coming out. But I mean, I tried to buy ticket. I tried to go on Fandango and buy tickets for later in 2021. Can't.
They might just be out. I mean, it'd be interesting. I mean, I think they're gonna do. They'll probably wait till the spring. Let's be honest. We'll wait till the spring, and so on, and try to get. I mean, is there any big slate of movies for this season now?
They can't really film them either. Some of the.
Well, I think a lot of people are still filming, aren't they? They're still doing
probably
movies.
Starting to get back into.
They're just starting to get into. They weren't filming for a long time because how many disclaimers and how much work do you have to do? A perfect example is Tom Hanks and his wife. They had COVID. They got it. They had to quarantine. Now imagine you're in any movie ever, in any scene with your stars, or God forbid, crowd shots where one person has COVID. That whole movie is now tanking because you have to pay for everybody, all these things. So now that there's stuff going around and out and securities, I bet that they're starting to reshoot. But think about that. Like, movie landscape for a little while is going to be very different where there's not going to be crowd shots. Or at least natural crowd shots. That's going to be terrifying.
It almost is jarring watching some movies and stuff now just because how long we've been wearing the masks.
St. Jude's just put out like a picture and a video of like in the coming year, and then they've had a big. All these were filmed pre-COVID closure, and then they showed videos, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like,
hey, how come they ain't wearing masks?
yeah, how come nobody's wearing masks hugging the sick kids?
They probably do get calls like that unless they do stuff like that. Crazy.
Hysterical would be kind of like, why is that hospital not protecting the children? I don't understand what I'm seeing.
That footage is from the 70s.
The guy has an afro. Who has an afro in 2020? 2021. I have been filling out all of my paperwork wrong for the last couple days, by the way.
It's hard.
I have not once have put 2020. I remember 2021 every single time, which is shocking. Every single time. I think I want to forget 2020 so much. I automatically think of 2021 and I automatically hit it.
I wrote it wrong on those last 2 COVID accession sheets. The one for today, I almost put. Actually, I corrected myself, but I wrote 2020 and then just scribbled a big 1 on top of it. Today, when I filled out an injury report at work, wrote 2020 and then just scribbled a 1 over top of it. Like,
I mean, I shouldn't say try to forget 20. I mean, us being talking about it just ourselves here, we've had a pretty good year here, obviously. With
Insane Games and Insane Games
mean,
TV, 2020 was the fucking year.
I mean,
some people, it wasn't too bad.
Obviously, from a landscape overall, it wasn't a good. But for us individually here, I mean, we've definitely have morphed into something that's pretty cool to say the least. What's going on over here? So I like just sitting here. People at home can't see it. We're just looking over there, seeing all the different sets coming to life, and we gotta get a Wetro poster over here for this side, and I gotta get Danny NASCAR set going. Yeah, get Danny NASCAR going.
Yeah,
I gotta see if the engine still starts when I get over there.
God damn it! I want to race the car.
It's all snowy. It's been
replaced it.
sitting out in the snow for a long time. We gotta see if it. We gotta turn the key, see if it turns, and
You have no idea. I'm gonna send a picture to the both of you of this. My Xbox One copy of NASCAR Heat 5 is sitting on my TV stand, so that every time I sit down to play, there's that boy going, yep, there it is. When are we racing?
And it could be a sign that none of them have sold out on the wall yet. That
I brought mine back.
They're
at
just
one
meant
point,
to be
yeah.
so. I don't think. No, Tyler did give me his back, but I don't know what I did with it.
It's I stashed it away.
Oh, okay. I think I brought it back, and he brought it back when he came in.
Wow.
And well, I mean, he wasn't using it. I mean, I said bring it back, but no, I mean, I don't know. Probably next week I like to get it going again. Do a good. I heard this last week. I heard it the week before. I heard it the week before that.
Your boys, Smoot and the other guy. Sorry, I don't know. Remember his name?
D. Evans, wasn't it? D. Evans.
And poor Steve,
And
chomping at the bit.
Who was the one guy that always attacked me? Oh, Panther.
I was gonna say
Panther
Panther.
Gaming.
Panther for a little while was like stalking around all the streams on Insane Games TV, being like, "Is Mike here? No. All right, see you later."
He wanted to
It was
play with
fun.
Mike.
It
He wanted to
was
do some
fun, though.
NASCAR. But yeah. So hopefully we'll
I'll just have to get
back.
Amp Slayer to start bothering you again. That's what got you to push it over on the first place. Have him start showing up. Be like, Amp, you have to start showing up to everything, and start being like, Dan, NASCAR, no.
I think Mountain Dew has found a new driver. Were
Boy,
you still
you-
Mountain Dew at the end, or did you change your NASCAR sponsor?
It was Mountain Dew.
It was still Mountain Dew. I just
The
figured-
last race you raced, it was in the Mountain Dew car.
Mountain
If you
Dew
did
car.
any cosmetic changes, it wasn't officially
I
on the
did come
track.
up with a pretty fresh paint scheme right when we ended. I don't
You
think I
had a
fully.
separate one.
I might have won the different. I think I won with a different sponsor. I changed the colors.
Was it a C? Something with this. Oh no, you were like black, gray, and red.
No, but I think I changed it to like a white and purple.
Yeah.
I think I switched it. I'll have to go back and look.
White and
It was like a whitish purple. I had like the white and kind of like the purplish going around. I think I did, or dark blue. I think I changed the color, or I think I changed the sponsor.
When are you on again on the schedule?
I am on Thursday.
All right, let's install NASCAR on all those. We won't let Dan play until he streams it. That's what we'll do.
That would be pretty good. Everyone
Well,
just plays it without Dan.
We'll get Tom to let us into the house. We'll uninstall it from his Xbox, and then we'll just take his Xbox home with us.
And we'll message all of his friends that we just mentioned, and we'll get them on and play with them.
Dan, are you gonna stream it? We have the system all set for you at the store. It's all set up.
I don't know. It'll be
Mark will
pretty
do a
soon.
backflip.
But Speaking of old friends and good people that we know, we had a nice little visit from the Spectrum guy earlier today, or earlier over the weekend.
I
I
thought
mean,
it was going.
Was it in response to anything that Boder and I did earlier in the week?
I don't know if it was in response, but long story short, the gentleman showed up looking for payment on the account, and it just so happens that the account at the old store was still being billed, even though it wasn't active. Which I'm not quite sure how that happens. Like, hey, we're going to continue. But it's not like, let's say, for example, I forgot to like deactivate the account and the service was still going.
You
like,
handed in the router and everything.
No service. Like, I don't. The gentleman took the devices. I would think that would mean the account is closed. But apparently it isn't, and they're still charging us for that space. But long story short, they came in here threatening to turn our internet off. Of course, Saturday morning. Well, it wasn't a weekday. Saturday morning, guy from Albany.
They sent a tech from Albany.
All the way from Albany to come up here and try to say, oh, you have a bill due, and we need to get this worked out or find a solution. Otherwise, we're going to be turning your internet off. Like, pretty sure I paid the internet for here just a couple weeks ago, so it can't possibly be this account. So I'm looking at it. Of course, it has our old space on it. I go, well, that's the wrong space. And he goes, well, I just came to the only one that said Insane Games on it. I go, okay, that's fair, but it's not. This is obviously a different account. I go, here's my account number that I have now, and of course, it was clearly a different account.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's strange. I've never seen that before. I'm like, And I go, I don't know what to tell you, pal, but we're up to date. So I wanted to go back and tell my boss, and Mike and I were walking around here, and I was telling Mike about it. Ironically, he walked back in. And must have heard me.
Was talking smack about it.
I don't know if I was talking smack. I just basically said I told him to hit the road. Yeah, this is like 10 minutes after he left.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, I talked to my boss, and it looks like we need you to pay this account, or we're going to turn this one off. And I'm like, whoa. I go, you're telling me I have to pay for an account that I don't have, that I'm not using, and have literally no devices, nothing plugged in, nothing is even on over there.
Fuck?
And I had to pay for that in order to keep this account running, which is current and active and running. And they're like, yep, I go, put your manager on the phone. And so I had a long talk.
Real Karen, real fast.
What?
I mean, they were being real Karen about it.
And the poor,
matched Karen with Karen.
the poor guy was sitting here, and he was like, oh, and he handed me his phone. I just shredded into this guy. Did you hear me yelling at all?
A little, not too much.
Oh, I just shredded into this guy on the phone. I'm like, look, pal. I go, I don't know what's going on. I'll let you definitely explain it to me. I go, but from what I'm hearing, you're telling me I have to pay for this account that's not in service, that has no devices hooked up to it, nothing's there. And if I don't pay for that, you're going to turn off my account over here? And he's like, well, that's pretty much how it is. And I was just like, I have never, I go, by the way, you're sending a tech up from Albany? I go, I've had Spectrum for a long time, and I've never ever seen that before. And I go, by the way, we also have an issue that's going on with Spectrum, and I just find it hard to believe that we maybe mentioned something on social media about you, and you guys are sending a tech up from Albany to disconnect our services. He's like, well, that's not at all. No, these are two different matters. We run a different. He was stumbling pretty quick, and long story short, again, it was okay. Well, sir, we're gonna leave your account while we get it justified and figured out, and I was like, well, hit the road, and then the guy hit the road, and he was kind of
with a little bit of teary eyes, defeated. Didn't look at me, even though he talked to me multiple times.
But he kind of walked in the second time with like a pep in his step, like he was coming in to ruin our day.
Yeah, he had to frickin' jazz himself up, probably. But
and I was like, nope, not today.
It's probably a tough job that he's got there, but
wow, holy shit!
I mean, he basically a debt collector. If I had to guess.
Go around and get yelled at by people all day.
No, people like doing that though. There's certain people that like. Well, there's no. There's certain people that I think that like walking in there being difficult. It gives them like that. I'm playing God routine, or I either gonna turn you you're gonna give me money or I'm gonna turn your internet off. And normally, I gotta imagine normally there's not a circumstance like this that occurred where they're actually wrong. I mean, normally it's pretty flat and simple. Here's your balance, pay it or you're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like not in this situation where we're getting billed for a whole other account that's not even in service.
Yeah.
I was like, I said to the guy, do you want to walk over and I can show you where? Like, well, the equipment never got returned. I go, well, the tech took it. I go, don't know what to tell you. I mean, this equipment here is all different equipment, not at all the same as what was over there. I go, so it's not like, oh, the serial numbers are matching up here that were there. No, they took it and put all new ones in here. So I don't know what to tell the guy. It was just like, you can hit the road, pal.
Jesus. Well, I'll just say it. Fuck you, Spectrum.
Fuck you.
But,
And we're gonna say it on the Nerd Glasses because Boder was plenty bent out of shape about Tuesday driving down here, and then having the internet do that thing.
But no, it is what it is, and Spectrum's now continuing to be on our shit list. So what are you
So
gonna
what was
do?
the resolution to this? Are they just gonna turn it off one day now, or?
No, they're supposed to call me back after they do research on the other account and notify me like of what the verdict is. I'm like, verdict? Okay, I'm not quite sure what verdict means. I mean, you have an account that's not ours, so.
So boy, howdy, you gonna be pissed in a month when they slot those two bills together.
Oh, I'm sure they'll find a way to screw me over. I'm sure it's
Always screw
Spectrum.
the
Well,
Dan.
we never got that equipment back, and we just are going to believe our tech over you. I'm sure the tech probably immediately installed them at another house. You know that type of routine.
Oh yeah.
But,
So holy crap! When did this happen? Saturday?
Saturday morning, yep.
Jesus.
Of course.
I worked Saturday and Sunday. Didn't hear anything about this until an Auntie Anne's employee came in on Sunday. But
It was
Christ.
It was Saturday morning, and it was like right away Saturday morning, wasn't it? It was like 9 or 10:30.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But
That's how you can tell things are going on in the store. By the way, if you see Dan and he's like pumped, that's how you know.
It's fair.
Someone has come in and shit stirred with him. And not like Tom and Mike shit stirring or like Dave's being a pain in the ass shit stirring. No, outside forces. Because he can just throw shit at us.
But other than that, I mean, this weekend we had a lot of people in and out. This weekend had to go through and give the place a good old cleaning today, wipe everything down, mop the floors, clean the chairs.
Put some candles by the toilets. Nice little touch.
It isn't. I liked the scent
Oh,
when I
you
came in
noticed
today. I did. I was like, first I was like, oh my god, am I having a stroke? And then I realized like, nope, it's just because there's a candle.
Got a good deal from Yankee Candle. That she came down. I got these candles. They're $5 if you want them. I'm gonna throw them away. I was like, I guess I'll take them.
Just be like, throw them away, and then I'll take them out of the trash.
Which dumpster are you using?
$5.
And then I was like, okay, I'll get. And I was small. I go, no, it's a pretty strong scent. It's cinnamon, sparkling cinnamon. I'm like, you know what? I think it's pretty strong enough of a scent to put in the bathrooms and not have to light it, and it would still smell at the bathrooms a little bit. So,
Pardon me.
question. So
Thank
went with
you.
that.
Not bad.
So,
Holy crap. I will say, since now the holiday season has officially passed, kids return to school, things are happening, I am happy and really proud that we had next to no returns. Almost 100% of it was people purchased the wrong thing, knew they purchased the wrong thing, and just came to swap it in for something else. We had like maybe one case of like, this doesn't work or da 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 da. But again, it was, when you return something to the store and it reeks of peanut butter and it's broken in half, we didn't sell it to you that way. Firstly, like,
it is the truth. I mean, we don't really. I mean, we've had a pretty good season so far with no returns. So, I mean, we had a Wii guy came in and said it was a Wii, ended up being randomly the game.
And the game was in pristine condition. I don't know what happened. Must have got repaired a couple times. Still didn't work. But.
So really, other than that, we have not. And I said to Mike too, right before the Wii guy came in, I go, I'm completely shocked that we have had, out of all the systems that we were mad buying and purchasing off of Facebook or whatever, because we do that when we really need trade-ins. We'll go buy some. I mean, it's really no different than trade-ins. But we were, out of all those systems that were coming and going, we really didn't have many, or none, that came back with any, besides that one PlayStation 4, which we ended up.
but did that one really have that?
We
many
took a
issues?
$50 hit on it, but it was a PlayStation Pro. We got it for $250 from someone. Actually, no, they ended up spending money in the store.
Yep.
So really, we lost
took-
about $30 on it.
Less than that because he bought like a lot of stuff after he traded that in.
So
One more than
then
$50.
we were
worth of
able to
things.
sell it to somebody that actually knew what the problems were and was fine with it, and you know, and that way we
It was
didn't have to.
essentially a digital only console.
Yeah,
that it
basically
turned
the
into.
CD drive just wasn't working, so basically digital. So
Some
someone,
people they won't even care.
well, some people who want the digital,
Exactly,
but the graphics of the Pro,
Yeah.
it works out fine for them, you know. And I think it did read some CDs. It read like
I was gonna say it read stuff when it
It
got
read
They
traded
did
in.
when we tested it when we took it in and it read it, but then I don't know, maybe she slammed it or something like that because it wasn't reading when it came back.
well, I forgot about that whole thing.
We talked about this on a
Oh, is this
previous
another
episode,
system?
but
No, remember she was the one that.
That
Yeah,
was-
we talked about it on air.
Yeah. So she was the one that had her buddy at another store call up and
No. Her
and
buddy.
basically in a nice way threatened the so-called partnership that we have between the two of us, and not an official partnership, but you know, sending people here and sending people there, and but that's
yeah,
old
we-
news.
we-
And
yeah, we refer business to them, and they shit on us every turn they get. Let's
They
let's
send
call a
people
spade a
with the
spade.
junk or stuff they don't have.
Oh,
Thanks though. I mean,
so
We'll continue to not shit on you unless you yucking our yum again. So
that said, one thing I think we can push to next week, but start coming up with some ideas, is we need to come up with our chore wheel. We talked about this 2 weeks ago.
nope, because I definitely didn't lose that challenge last week, and I definitely was hoping that we would forget entirely about that.
Going around. Well, Dave, looks like. we
Because
got-
I'm definitely getting the first spin because I had the worst.
Ding, ding,
time
ding,
on that
up.
quarterback
it looks
challenge.
Like you're cleaning the toilets this week.
I
Yes.
feel like Dan lost.
Nope. I
I want a
that one-
rematch on that, by the way.
As-
That one blasted target.
the one target I struggled more than Dan did with it, and as confident as I felt wearing my my Bills jersey.
I definitely want a rematch on that. I got the shaft there on that one, and definitely need to get that.
At least Dave had a nice throwing form. You have one of the most questionable football throwing forms I've ever seen.
Do we want to part Dukes it next week? And what I'll just do is on like Sunday. Now that by the way, the store is closing an hour earlier. The mall has officially come down, and they are no longer going to have people staying here for 3 hours with nobody in the mall.
Zombies.
What's going on, Mark? Insane Games is now once again in conjunction with the mall. We are all agreed that we're closing on weekdays 7?
So we are now 11 to 7. We got bankers hours, and 10 to 8 Saturday, and Sunday still the same, 11 to 6.
That's a
So,
pretty fair schedule.
On Sunday, what I'll do is I'll take those targets and I'll actually mark them up so the camera can see them too, because until they got hit, people really couldn't see them.
Can you print out big pictures of Dan's head, maybe?
We'll see. I'll
So,
take that.
No.
Definitely-
Possibility.
I'll take it under
No.
consideration.
Perhaps
No.
the one that Nate used for his fantasy picture.
Maybe. I mean, that is a championship picture. That is a title-winning photo, Dan, that you must now accept.
But we can do.
Give me 4 pictures of.
I would
famous
like to
Jameis.
do a rematch of that. I think I would do much better on a rematch.
So for next week, or do you want a different challenge? Because we'll do 2. I know Dan and I talked this off air.
We can do it next week.
We'll do 2 of them a month. I have 1,000 ideas for this crap. It's just a matter of when people.
But I want to do
actually-
the football one over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's gonna say I can do
Oh, no.
another one for next week.
Oh
but
no. I think we should redo that. I like a second attempt at the next one. But I think we also need to attach a punishment to whoever the. I mean,
want to see
do we do a
some
punishment on the 2 losing people or just the 1? And then the punishment goes to the chore wheel.
Take it easy with the punishment, Dan.
Actually, do you want me to create a digital wheel that you just plug in on the stream and it appears, spins? Because that I can have. For
But I do like the
tomorrow.
idea of having one in the corner at all times that we
Dan just
wheel
wants
out.
to go the Wheel of Fortune with it.
And it just goes around. Because I think it can be used on not just on this show. It can be used anywhere we go. Like any punishment on anything, or just come down. Clean garbage cans. Oh, well, I guess we're cleaning that because By the way, I noticed the other day, or I noticed today, that I'm not quite sure what happens in the lounge area, but when there's no garbage bag in the garbage, okay, we don't put garbage in the garbage can with no garbage bag. It was 3/4 of the way full. Like, do we just not see a garbage bag in there? We still put garbage in there?
Not me or Dave. Come on.
check the video footage. When is the last time I have eaten in the lounge area? So you keep all that looking to literally everybody else.
I guess so. I'm a little confused. But nonetheless, no garbage bag. I saw some sushi containers in there, Johnny.
You know who
I was
that
going to
is.
say, now, where it would normally be me, but you heard my escapades with getting fucking food delivered on Wednesday. Burger King is literally a 4-minute drive from here, so with service, a 10-minute round trip. 2 hours for me to get a now frigid chicken sandwich that I then had to eat on air like some sort of... like some other person.
But no, yeah, I'd like to get that chore wheel done. I think that'd be kind of cool. People get sentenced to the wheel if need be. And I mean, I want to have a variety. Like think of some stuff between now and next week.
Well-
a variety, like dusting the shelves, mopping the floor, stuff that we all hate to do. That
Mark,
ultimately
what's
needs
something
to be-
degrading that we have to do here? You chat something. Chat.
Wiping
Come up
down
with,
and
come up with some
Windexing the
stuff.
gate.
Is Mark still in there? How
Yeah.
about the fish this weekend? The Dolphins. What a shame.
What a
What a
collapse.
shame. The Bills didn't really have much to play for, but they put their foot on the throat of the Dolphins and no playoffs for the fish.
I know Mike's
What
a shit
shame.
stirring, but boy, how did that feel good to have our second string everything.
I'm just salty because the Dolphins stomped the Raiders' throats last week, so now this week the Dolphins are the ones with the foot on the throat.
What's going on, Big Ticket?
Big Ticket, hello. Big Ticket 10, welcome to the program. The fish did stomp him in, or the Bills did stomp in the fish.
Big Ticket, what's or Mark or anyone watching out there, what's a task that has to be done in a work setting but has bathrooms and
I'm telling you, you got bathrooms, you got wiping down the counters,
yeah, we have bathrooms, we have counters, we have floors, we have dust procurement, we have
organizing and labeling all the streaming equipment. Maybe that needs to be organized. Organizing the bins in the back.
if you assign anyone to label that streaming equipment, you are literally going to be killing Tom.
Probably.
Because it means that like people like me are going to be touching that, and that is going to give him a heart attack.
You know what's going to be another one? 100 holes of the
I was
air
just gonna
hockey
say
table.
that, yeah.
Should have videoed that. Could have videoed that because you could have done a supercut of that table, the court getting built, me putting the new toilet in, like all these things of like things insane games.
No, then there should be one should be manual labor. The next big manual labor project that happens, like Dave had to put the toilet in. Like that could be like I mean, it's unfortunate that we put that toilet in. Now we can't use it anymore because it's at the old space. However, I think we did get a slightly upgraded toilet system in this spot.
As the super power.
The gate, all the people with their fingerprints all over the gate. I might need to go out and wipe down that gate. Oh, fuck me!
There are those cubes. Once again, I know it's not gonna be much of a punishment for me to be standing there with my ukulele, but seriously,
No. When you go out there,
Cleaning the cubes.
and when you open those glass doors have to come out this way. So you know what that means? Everyone's gonna be walking up close to you and bumping into. Oops, sorry, I didn't see you there. Oops, sorry. Hey, pal, can you get out of the way? The hallways have no one in it, but we're gonna be bumping into them out there. That's a classic situation.
So how's it going, fellas? Trying to have a whole conversation.
speaking of which, kudos to you guys for the design of the store where I had someone literally walk in here and go, "Do you know where Victoria's Secret is? Victoria's Secret in this mall? I don't see it anywhere." And I was like, "Nope, they are gone."
What a shame. I did have one person come in there. He was completely shocked with how the colors were painted. He goes, "I can't believe this was a Victoria's Secret. I would have never. Yeah, the whole thing was a Victoria's Secret, and now it's completely different. It looks much better too." But yeah, so we gotta think of chores. Maybe we'll do like some kind of like poll thing online where people can submit ideas for chores that can be done around here. Scraping the paint scraping on the floor.
That is a
Oh,
good
you've been sentenced to 30 minutes of scraping paint on the basketball court.
So if you sentence the time, I'll just be like the.
I was gonna say you're gonna get.
2, 3.
Just laying down.
Oh no, I didn't bring my tool. Hang on.
But, all right, Dave. Do you have anything you had?
So, unfortunately, for those of you who are fanboys of PlayStation like I am, you didn't get a PS5. And some bad news if you didn't get a PS4 yet. They are discontinuing the following PlayStation 4 models. The 500 gigabyte Glacier White. That's going to become a rare one. We're definitely going to get that traded in soon. The 1 terabyte Jet Black. The 1 terabyte Glacier White. The 2 terabyte Glacier Black. And the PS4 1 terabyte Glacier White. Those 5 consoles are no longer going to be made. Whatever inventory is going to be sent out to the world.
Were they still being made though?
Yes.
So is that pretty much every PS4 but the Pro and 5 is done?
So I looked on PlayStation. They are right now, the only things they have, the Pro is out of stock. They're not even advertising it. Right now on Sony, you can buy a 1 terabyte matte black PlayStation 1, the slim version. That's it.
Gotcha.
And the reason why they're discontinuing those is they're transitioning those factories into doing PlayStation 5s because Sony is advertising 18 million PS5s will be produced in 2021. One of those will be mine.
And probably we'll have one in the store as well.
God.
And the gold one will be...
Big Ticket 10, I could tell a ton of chores. Well, let's hear them when you have them. Make sure you let us know. What else you have?
Just that, you know what? I'll talk about this again tomorrow. But you know, it's kind of funny that Insane Games gets over 9,000 square feet of store, and Epic Games looks over and goes, "You know what? We need to big size that stuff too." They purchased a mall
That is pretty sick.
to turn into a studio.
That's pretty sick.
Epic Games purchased a mall?
Epic Games purchased a mall, a shopping mall that was closed, and is converting it into their new headquarters. This is the Cary Town Center, a 980,000 square foot site just down the road from their current headquarters in Cary, North Carolina. We should absolutely lay claim and go visit that campus.
I would actually that would
love
actually
to
be a
do
cool
that
field trip. I would love to go down there and take a look at that.
Actually,
And-
I forgot they don't make gears anymore, so that's a slight kick in the balls.
They don't
but-
make gears anymore?
No, it's the Coalition now by Microsoft, but
But
I would still
imagine,
go.
so Dan, I can only imagine like the cajones like of going like, yep, I'm gonna take a retail store in less than 2,000 square feet and put it over 9,000. They literally bought mall parking lot, all of the stores, all the heretofore. Imagine the crap that they're gonna have to throw out of these places.
Oh man,
Because like looking at some of the
But like, what games do they still make right now? Just Fortnite?
mostly.
But what Fortnite's on the
I mean,
decline.
they have the whole Epic Games Store that they have to
It's
work on.
basically like Steam almost.
I mean,
They
I
have a lot of
guess,
games
but
on
they're
there,
really
right?
gonna fill that. I mean, I guess there's like a research and development area. Like, I'm sure they'll make like a tournament area where they just do tournaments right out of their own headquarters. I just find that. I mean, they got money. They got plenty of money. I'm sure they're just building it for fun more than anything.
Yeah.
But
For fun.
well, it's generating news. They're building them up. Well, unless they lose that lawsuit with Apple.
If you watch on Nerd Glasses, by the way, you will be kept abreast of that situation because we firmly are on the side of the Coalition for App Fairness. Damn it! Epic's cry for help. So, by the way, Epic Games currently owns Fortnite, Rocket League, which is enormous. Robo Recall, Battle Breakers, Unreal Tournament. I know none of us really play it. They're also
It was good though.
the purveyors of the Unreal Engine because they purchased that company. So they have so many things going on. And then the fact that the Unreal Engine is getting an overhaul, and they announced that A lot of man hours, a lot of space going to be needed. And I mean, they're going to have to try to beat us. We have a pickleball court. What are they going to get? They're going to have to get 2 pickleball courts.
We do have a pickleball court.
Custom paddle by John.
So, Epic, we see you. Now you got to actually one-up us.
Add a couple zeros to that square footage, and there you go.
Yeah,
we have 3 zeros. Okay, we got a couple zeros. We have 3. 9,000 square feet.
But square footage that we're actually using.
True.
Do you want to break the news of what we're fiddling with in the back there? That we've just added? Not only just the pickleball court that you've seen, but, I mean...
An air hockey table?
Yeah.
Then we had to go through and clean out 1,000 holes.
They had to take the little drill, and out comes the dust.
And of course, Tom walks in like it's just the easiest thing in the world. Oh, okay. Hey, Mike, all you gotta do is you gotta click the thing, go click it out, click it in, click it out.
Yep, that sounds like pre-drilling holes.
Have you seen how many holes are in there, Dave?
Yeah.
We're gonna be here for months.
You know what? You know what could have made that a little bit easier? If we had some sort of air device that we could have plugged
Tom
in
says that's not good enough.
and just squirted in through the top and bottom of it and looked into it. If only we had some sort of compressed air tank. If only.
We need one.
On that note, it's time to hit the road.
It's time for Dave's annual headache of Dan, and it's already starting.
All right, you guys got anything else? We hit the hour mark. Anything else before we close out?
Tom's getting frustrated on
More,
the
there'll be always more for next week on Behind the Counter. Definitely come find out about how the pickleball tournament is
Yes,
going.
we're gonna talk a little bit about. We'll talk a little
Points
bit
are
about that
occurring.
next week.
Wins are had. Losses are trying to be excused for. And Cam and I are holding it down in the store while pickleball's going down. So definitely stop on in the store sometime. And be safe out there. It's snowing again. Winter isn't over.
There you go. All right, guys, we're going to sign out for now. No Look is up next later tonight with Monday Night Gaming with Austin, so tune in, check them out. Hope you guys have a great night, and adios till next week.